Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to In the Studio, glad to have you. Today I want to show you how you can combine synthetic and organic for interesting hybrids. I have a little example here to show you what I'm talking about. So I made this simple little beat for our demonstration, which you can hear there. And then I also have this string sample. So what I'm going to do is take this string sample and make a deep droning atmosphere, like atmospheric texture out of it. So let's get to it. And just a quick note, this string sample came from Kontact's Session Strings. It's just a simple sustained G note, and I just bounced that out. No other processing or anything has been applied. I was looking for, something that sounded realistic. So I thought Kontact Session Strings was a good starting point. Okay, so let's add a few plugins here. All right, so the first thing I want to add is a chorus. I kind of want to smear this across the stereo field a little bit. So I'm going to try this vintage echo here. Yeah, that works. And then I'll add some delay, or excuse me, some reverb. So I'm gonna go for a big plate, I think. I'll try this large plate preset. Yeah, that works. I like that big long tail on this, and I'm going to drench this in reverb, so I'm going to keep the mix all the way at 100, but I do want a slightly darker, dirtier tone here, so I'm going to change the color to 1970s, and then I'm going to add some delay. So I'm just going to roll off some of the top end here. I'll leave it on the 8th dotted there, but I'll use a ping pong and maybe pan it over to the left so we get a little extra movement happening. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is stretch this out a lot. So I'm going to enable the little stretch button up here in the top left, and let's stretch this string sample way out. That's the key to this little demonstration here. Keep going, keep going. A little bit further, I think. Maybe about there. I'll try that. Yeah, that's more what I'm after there. So I'm going to just disable that stretch. I'm going to move this forward 1 bar. Cool. So I think I want to also add the Moog multi-filter here. I'm going to give it a little bit of drive. I could play it, and then I could play with the filter. Nice. I like that, but I think I want to dirty this up even a little bit more. So I'm going to add the blood overdrive here, and I'll just hop on over to the drive preset. This always adds a little bit of gain, so I'm going to pull back on the post gain a little bit, and we'll just kind of play with the color here. Nice. And we could play around with that a little bit more. Let's hear this with the beat. So I think for right now, I'll just mute the claps in the bass. Cool. This needs some side chaining, I think, to kind of pump with the kick a little bit. So let's grab shaper box, grab my volume shaper, and just dial in some side chain. Cool. Play around with this color. Play around with the filter. You can maybe even play around with some LFOs. Let's try. Cool. Turn that right down a little bit. Cool. So now we have this deep droning atmosphere that sounds quite synthetic because of how far we stretched it out and the processing we applied, but its origin is organic in that, you know, session strings, the contact strings, what sounds organic and realistic. So that's just one of many, many ways that you can kind of combine synthetic and organic to create interesting, unique hybrid sounds like this. So that is it for today. Hopefully you found some of this interesting. Yeah, take care, everyone. Cheers.